This is the plaintiff, Sean. He says he gave his coworker, the defendant, $11 to gamble in Las Vegas, and the guy texted him saying he won $5,000 playing blackjack. He texted him back asking how much he was owed on the $11 investment and got nothing but silence in return. When he got back from the trip, the defendant told him he lost the $11 and made the $5,000 with his own $400. Bottom line, he gave the defendant his lucky $11, which is 2.75% of the $5,000 he won. So he's suing for the $137.50 he's owed. This is the defendant, Matthew. He says the plaintiff found $11 on the ground and gave it to him to gamble with in Las Vegas. The guy's a big fan of lobster rolls, so he found a lobster slot machine and played it, but lost. When he gets back to the office, the plaintiff starts demanding he give him a portion of his winnings from playing blackjack with his own money. Huh? That's so ridiculous, but hey, it's a free country, so go for it. He's accused of winning big and not sharing.
All parties, please use your ready. Be seated, come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Sean and Matthew. Sean, you're suing Matthew for $137.50 because you want a percentage of his winnings in Vegas.
Correct.
And you feel you're entitled to it because you found $11 in the gym and you handed it to him. Tell me what happened here.
Sure. So we're colleagues.
What kind of place do you work? You don't have to name
An
the place.
office.
But what kind of office? It does what, generally?
Insurance.
Insurance? Okay.
Yes.
How long have you two worked together?
About 7 years.
Okay.
Friends before then. We worked proximity associates. Everything was great. He was taking a trip to Vegas this one day in December. I was downstairs earlier in the day at the gym, which is in our office. Stumbled across $11 on the ground, a 10 and a 1. During the day, Matt was going around asking everybody, hey, if you want to put in a bet, let me know. I'll put whatever on black.
Why do people do that?
I don't know.
I have a friend who does that, and like you just want to spread your joy of your Vegas joy, your Vegas juju, because it can only lead to trouble where the person says, "Well, how do I know you didn't lose my money, that you didn't win with my money?" Like, what?
I think that's my understanding of it now. So I didn't. I think just because I was going there, just wanted to ask anybody if they wanted to place a bets. I know a few of my colleagues do like to gamble every once in a while. So
Did anybody else place bets?
No, they did not.
So what my friend does is he'll say, "I'm going to put your money down on such and such at the black," and then he'll text him, "You won. You want to let it ride, or you want me to?" I'm like, why would you want to do that when you're in Vegas? Sit there, text back and forth, not. I don't get it.
I don't disagree.
I guess it's sweet. I mean, you want to bring your joy to other people. I don't know. You want to. Okay, so what did you do with his $11, or the gym's $11? Somebody else's $11.
Right.
How did nobody say, "Wait, that was my $11. I want in on this"? Like, nobody else in the office claimed the $11 they lost.
It's very true. So I was in Las Vegas for several days. So each of the days I had gambled my own money, winning and losing a little bit.
Yeah, but how do you separate his $11? What'd you do?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, does the plaintiff have a leg to stand on when he says the $11 he gave the defendant made the defendant win $5,000? What do you say?
I think it depends on how much he bet over the course of the night. If he bet $1,000, how do you know the $11 was that $11?
What's the flaw in that analysis?
That he gave it to him not knowing what he was going to do with it.
Something else.
It was a gift.
It wasn't a gift. No, I'm going to do one more. It was not a gift.
Well, I think he should just get his $11 back.
Okay. Yeah, that'll make him happy going inside the courtroom.
So he had a crumpled up 10 to 1, and I had crisp $20 bills. So I was very easily able to distinguish between the two.
No, I mean, like,
I thought you meant literal.
his smelled like gym socks, mine didn't. I meant, how do you distinguish his $11 bet? What do you do?
So he has an affinity for lobster rolls.
True?
That's true, but I don't know what that has to do with it.
Oh,
So
but you're
as I
gonna hear.
was walking on the casino floor, I saw a slot machine that had a lobster on it. So I thought it would be a good idea to play the lobster roll machine, or the lobster machine, I should say.
Okay.
So I used his $11 at the slot machine. After a few spins, it came up broke, and the $11 was gone.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That is how it works.
You could either gamble or I could just hand you my wallet when I get to Vegas and, you know, you can just give it back to me empty. So how do you know what he's saying is not true?
I don't, but I do know that the money I found was lucky, and I think winning $5,000 is a little bit of luck. So
you feel like you brought him luck?
I think so, and he would admit that I think
and
that
therefore he owes you?
I think that's correct. And
Do you
when
two
does
talk? Go ahead.
When does the luck end, though? Does it just go on forever? Do I owe him my
I don't know.
firstborn? Because I
You
got
owe him
lucky?
your firstborn. You meet a nice girl, you owe him her friend.
Exactly.
You know,
Where does it stop?
Where does it end? Where does it? Sean, I love you. Thank you for bringing a little joy into my world today. But boy, okay, why would you? Wait, is that yours?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. Demonstrative aids. What you got going there?
Well, okay. First, I have, just in case you were wondering how I came up with what I feel like I'm owed.
Okay, $11 of the 400. Hold on.
So, do you want me to
Right, the math. Go ahead. No,
Yeah.
$11 what I gave Mr. 400 is what he claims he started with. 5,000 are his winnings, and therefore the 11 would represent a certain percentage of the 400, and that's how he comes up with 137.29.50, 137.50.
Right.
I got that. You got anything else?
I didn't know if you were going to ask if we were friends before this or not. I do have a picture of us being friends now.
Yeah, let me see a picture of you being friends. Because I want.
gotta be worth something.
I pretty much have seen a picture of when you guys stop being friends because it's right in front of me. Okay. All right, there's
This
you
was
two
better
being
times.
friends.
I mean, now we work together, but we don't talk, so I don't know if you want to.
Is that awkward for everybody else? Go ahead and go back to your spot. Is that awkward for everybody else that you two don't talk now?
No, I mean, it's an office. There's a good amount of people there. You know, we have a good working relationship.
Have the guys in the office placed bets on who's going to win at the People's Court? Did that happen?
Well, we haven't disclosed that to anybody.
You haven't disclosed that?
No.
The cat's out of the bag.
I also have text messages.
Oh, let's see.
Do you want me to?
Nope.
No, you
want
got
the
my
phone or
bailiff.
you want this? Is good.
It's fine on the paper.
Okay. Thanks, boss.
And then there's another one here. So there's two different.
Yeah, they're basically the text messages,
Timelines.
unless you're going to show me something new. I read them and
Okay.
they basically just say, well, half of
Photo.
it I don't understand what you guys are talking about.
Well, it's some talk about baseball trades and the Yankees, but
Right.
It's a picture of his $5,000 the night that he won. Me asking how much he was going to give me. Him telling me nothing.
Right. It's kind of what's happening
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
May I clarify something, Judge?
Yeah.
So the $5,000 was the actual jackpot, but after taxes, it comes down to about $3,300. Point of clarification there.
Point of clarification. Do you guys have the same boss?
Yes.
Does your boss know you're here?
No.
Listen, Sean.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You know, you are asking me, how much did it cost you to file, by the way, to file this case?
$47 or something.
Cost you $47 to file, to claim $137 on $11 you found.
It's not about the money.
I beg your pardon?
It's not about the money for me.
Kind of is, isn't it?
No, it's about the principle at this point.
Is it? All right, 'cause that-
Can I just add something?
Yeah, yeah.
After he said no to giving me anything, I said, well, then at least give me the 11 back. He wouldn't even do that.
Right.
So that's why we're here today. Is
Okay,
just to,
so let's talk about that. When he says give me the 11 back, why wouldn't you give him the 11 back? The principal?
Certainly. So he gave me the money with the intentions of
gamble.
potentially winning or losing. That money was used in a losing fashion. So why would I return money to him that was lost in the faith that he wanted me to do so?
I guess it's principle for the both of you. All right, let me, here's a problem with this kind of contract is you basically come into court and saying, did not, did to. How can you ever disprove that he gambled away and lost? That's usually what happens. Just because he won, like you're making it sound like you giving him $11 to gamble means that you have a claim to that percentage of whatever he wins. That's a totally different contract than the one you guys entered into. The one you guys entered into is actually, here's $11, gamble it. That's the one you guys entered into. But what you want, if the guy had won $1 million, you'd want 2.47% of his $1 million. And that's not the agreement you guys had.
I think the fact that it was a lucky $11 should have something to do with this.
Okay, I'm going to go down there and smack you upside the head if you say that one. A lucky $11. How do you figure that his winnings are anything more than random? Okay, like you think that you bestowed like the juju of luck on his brain, and that then he goes over there, and if it weren't for his $11 that he found on the gym floor, you wouldn't have won it. Come on.
Yes, I do believe that.
Okay, I'm sure you do. Okay, but he needs the $11 so he can put it down for therapy, all right? So that we can kind of move on from this perceived indignancy that you have that he did you wrong when he didn't. I mean it. He really did, kidding aside, because you guys are young and, you know, I have this whole patina of age thing and experience. I need you guys to listen to me. He didn't do you wrong. I know you think you're right. You're wrong legally, but I think you're wrong also morally. I mean, because when you give 11 measly dollars to a guy and say, gamble it for me, you don't really have a right to say, I want 2.47% of it. You're not on good ground here. So you guys should get over it and be friends again. And if you're not, too bad, so sad. But I wouldn't get money from other people for bets anymore. It's just, you're just asking for trouble. All right, good luck.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Sean loses his effort to get $137. That is a portion of Matthew's winnings. Was it worth filing this cause?
I think so.
I mean, you obviously the friendship is gone right now.
That's true, yeah.
Over.
That's true. Gone. But at this point, there's a clear winner and loser, and unfortunately I lost, so that's the way it
But I mean, don't you think it's logical? You could have lost in Vegas, that $11 into the machine, disappears like that.
Right, but I helped him win $5,000, I think, so.
Maybe not. It's his 400.
Well, okay.
You can't be convinced, can you?
No.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's all right. Well,
you lost.
thank you.
Okay, good luck to you. I'm sorry you've blown the friendship
All
here.
right,
That's a
appreciate
shame. Matthew, come on out here. What were you shocked when he sued you or not?
Very shocked. I'm not surprised, but I was shocked.
I can't blame you. Do you think there's any hope for this friendship? Or really, is it? What does everybody else think about this?
Well, not many people know about this. So, you know, when we go back to the office and talk about things, they're going to know about it. They're going to see that the good side won.
Yeah, yeah. This is very interesting. It's going to be interesting hearing the reaction.
Oh, of course. And I can't wait to eat $137 worth of lobster rolls as well.
Good luck. Congratulations. Harvey?
I mean, look, there's no way to prove that the $11 that the defendant bet is the $11 that caused him to win. The fact is, these are terrible ideas, and they destroy relationships all the time. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.